halfway across the channel now. I've just passed through the last bit of the traffic separation zone, so hopefully no more big ships to worry about for a while at least. Hopefully no more on this trip anyway. Behind me you can see in the distance one. I hope that's the last one, and then just chugging on back into Dartmouth. Now I'm over that, I'm going to take it easy. I'm thinking of sit back, relax, maybe put a pizza in the oven, have something to eat, fill my belly so I don't feel ill or anything like that. Always helps to have a full stomach. And yeah, what a lovely day. The sun's coming out, although it feels like there's a touch of rain in the air, so oh well, I don't care as long as the wind stays constant. I don't really give a monkey's. I was very lucky. The wind did stay with me consistently all the way home, and I made 5 to 6 knots all the way back to Dartmouth. When I got back to Dartmouth, it was just getting dark, so I didn't film much of that. But on the way back, I encountered a huge pod of dolphins, and there was absolutely thousands of them. I'd never seen a pod so big. Unfortunately, the footage has got lost from that, so I can't show you that, which is a bit of a shame, but it was amazing. So I put a little clip in at the end of a couple of dolphins. Anyway. It's really nice after you've been out at sea for quite a while to just get back to your mooring. It's not rolly anymore, and you can make a nice drink and have something to eat and just relax and just chill out and watch the sunset, which is exactly what I did as soon as I got back on my mooring. And had a little think about what I'd been up to over the last few days and what plans I was going to have for the future. Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for watching the last couple of episodes. I've really enjoyed sailing to the Channel Islands and going to Alderney, so thanks a lot for watching that and subscribing, and yeah, thanks for all your comments as well. I thought I'd chat about some of the comments. Someone mentioned about using a hand-bearing compass. I have got a hand-bearing compass, and that is something that's very useful when you're sailing. I use it especially when there's big ships about, and what I'll do is I'll pick a stanchion or something like that on my boat, I'll level it up, and then I'll pick a point on the other boat, and then I'll take a bearing, and then I'll leave it a couple of minutes, keep an eye out, and I'll do that again a couple of minutes later, and then I'll do it a few minutes later, and if 3 or 4 times, if I'm still taking down the same bearing, it means I'm on a collision course, so I adjust my course. So very handy if you're doing your day skipper or stuff like that. There's a lot of other ways you can use a hand-bearing compass. That's just one of them. I'm not going to go into everything right now, but thanks for that comment, very useful thing. Also, some people mentioned the horn that I was using. I love my horn. It's really loud and it can get people's attention, and I think it's a very handy thing to have. You can just buy these compressed foghorns, but you should have one of these on board at all times just in case of low visibility. So I thought I'd just mention quickly some of the other fog signals. I'm not going to go through all of them because there are a lot and they do vary slightly, but basically one short burst, a short burst is like basically a second, a long burst, prolonged blast is 5 to 6 seconds of duration. Now, one short burst means I'm altering course to starboard, 2 short bursts means I'm altering course to port. 3 means that I am powering the boat astern. Now just beware of this one, because it does mean that you're powering the boat astern, but that doesn't mean that your boat isn't still moving forwards in the water. A big tanker might power astern, but it might take a couple of miles to actually come to a stop. So just beware of that one. 4 short bursts is danger. 5, sorry, is danger. I don't know what your intentions are. Make your intentions clear, please. And that's a danger signal, or basically, I think it's, what the hell are you doing? Can you let me know what you're doing, sort of thing. If you want to turn the boat, then you can do 4 short blasts with 1 blast, and that's I'm about to turn the boat over 135 degrees through starboard. And the same with 4 short bursts and 2 is that I intend to turn about to port through more than 135 degrees. There you go. So 1 prolonged blast you might use when you're coming out of a marina or round a corner that you can't see in fog or something like that, and that's just making vessels aware of your presence. Now under sail at sea, like I was, 1 long blast and then 2 short ones, and that's for under sail. Of course there are a lot of other signals, so I know you might comment, oh there's this, you forgot this, but that's just some of them. So having a horn on board is pretty handy. Okay, what else have I been up to? You might have noticed I've designed a new logo for Sailing Rebecca. It's not a massive thing, it's just a logo at the end of the day, but I'm quite proud of it. It came from, the idea came from this hook that I've got, which was given to me by a friend in New Zealand. Hi Carl, hope you and your family are well. I was best man at his wedding and he gave me this hook as a present from New Zealand. It's the hook of Maui. And basically, so I designed that with the boat in because it means a lot to me. And then I gave it to my nephew, who's a tattoo artist, and he turned it into a PNG. And then I got a couple of t-shirts printed for me, and there's the logo there, and I got it on the back. And that's just a bit of fun for me to wear and to make the channel look a little bit more professional, hopefully. With me, you've got to be kidding. Anyway, that's me sort of caught up for the moment, and then a bit later on I'll tell you what my plans are for later on in the season, if I have any. Well, it's 2023 now, and it's a new season, and I've just got back to the boat and I've just decided to put the sails back on, so I'm all prepared for my next sail. I'm just putting the main sail on here. I like to hoist it up and get it tied on first, and then as I bring it down I put the battens in and put the reefing lines on and flake the sail as tidily as I can into the bag and zip it up away, ready for next time. There's a little seal comes along here and says hello in a minute. Cute little fella. That's one thing about being on the Dart, you'll never sport for wildlife. There he is. Just popped up to say hello. Bad job, another job done, and another job means that I'm ready to going to be a lot easier to go for a sail. Get all sorts of wildlife on the Dart: cormorants, shags, swans, kingfishers, egrets, heron. It's a wonderful place to be for watching nature. Another handy item that I carry on board with me is this little stitcher. And I've put some sort of wax thread through this to mend my spray hood, and I use the wax thread there. You can also store it in there. There's some different ways of stitching, but I like this way, which I will demonstrate how to use now. So here we go. Push a hole in the material, making sure you don't punch your hand, I pull it back that way. And I thread the loop through there like that, and then pull it back like that. And then what I do is I pull the loop through till it comes through, and then pull it back. So you want to get it sort of halfway, so you want to get it halfway in between the material, and then just keep going along like that. Find the place, make sure it goes through at the right place, push it in like that, push it through the right side, pull that through, back, pull the loop through, and then pull it back in like that, so it's even. And I'll do it one more time. Push it like that through the material, thread it through like that, pull the loop through, and then pull it tight, and that's it. And then just keep going along, and then tie off at the end. So today, it's a nice sunny day. It's still pretty cold, but something's happened that I have to deal with, which is I'm running out of gas. I've just put on the kettle to have something to make something to drink, and then I was going to have a little pasty for breakfast in here in the oven. And I noticed the gas is it's on, but it's on just a tiny amount. It's not really heating up the oven. So that means that I've got 2 canisters on board. But it basically means that I'm going to have to go and find a gas canister, because it's going to run out pretty soon. And if you haven't got gas on the boat, you know, you can't. I can't cook any food, and I can't make any hot drinks, and that doesn't make it a pleasant experience being there, because you can't cook anything. You can't cook anything on the hob, so no soup or anything fried you cannot make. So that's that. So it's a lovely day though, and I'm going to go and have to try and find a big gas canister somewhere. Let's keep our fingers crossed that someone's got a 7 kilo canister of gas. There it is. I've already put it in the dinghy. So now what I'm going to do is, firstly, I'm going to go and try Nos Marina. So I've just about managed to cook the pasty with the last of my gas, and I'm going to have that now before heading up to Nos Marina. It's warm. I'm not sure how well cooked it is. I'm going to eat it, but I suspect I will find out later whether that was a good idea or not. Lots of very expensive boats here. But Darren sorted me out a 7 kilo bottle of butane, which is what I needed. It's so big now, it's so incredible. I think I'm just going to set off and head back to the boat. Nos on Dartmouth Marina in Devon is at the moment still undergoing massive renovations. I was here quite a few years ago for a couple of years, and it was a very quiet little marina then, and now it is huge and it is absolutely packed full of boats, and they're still working on it, and I suspect they will be working on it for the next couple of years still. It's a bit like a building site there at the moment, but there's some nice guys who work there, and luckily they were able to sort me out with the gas that I needed, so that was good. Just down here is a boat that, if any of you have watched some of my early videos, you'll be familiar with. It's a Hansa 400, which is Keeley. That's the name of the boat. A friend of mine, and sailed her to Guernsey and went on lovely sailing trips with her many, many times. Well, that's about all I've got time for on this episode. Thanks very much for watching, and if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. It really does help me out. And if you want further notifications, press the little button below with the bell on it. Next time I'll be talking about what my plans are for this season and what my plans are for the future and what I hope to achieve. But more about that next time. So, there's a little tour for you. What a beautiful day though. I've just noticed a couple of things outside that I'm going to get on with, little jobs. Some things just need tidying up, like the bottom of that fender. Look at that, that's disgraceful. Needs trimming or something. Taping. Okay, I'm going to get out.